Yeah, I think the return of Wallace and Falby will be a huge part of the offensive production of this Florida team.
Falby coming out swinging a fly ball into left, and that's brought down quickly.
Yeah, it's so important for just the mentality and the culture of the team to be able to bounce back, and UF doing what they do so well, which is just creating base runners. She's someone that, in the name of softball, she is a huge competitor.
And Wallace pokes one through the right side for a base hit. Otis goes first to third. Runners on the corners for the Gators with one out.
That ball is still tailing off of the plate when Skylar Wallace is working so hard to pull it on the right side behind the base runner.
Wallace takes off. The throw is shallow. South Florida anticipating the double steal. Wallace goes uncontested.
To the power of Jocelyn Erickson.
And Erickson uppercuts one high and deep to left center field. Drapola gets underneath it. And coming in to score is Otis. Florida takes the early 1-0 lead. Payoff pitch is high and away, so Reagan Walsh walks. It's 2-on with 2 out for Florida.
And that's what allows them to create the momentum that they do.
Kowalewski on the first pitch, drives it off of Mallender. Wallace rounds third and scores, and the Gators double their lead. It's 2-0. Blisters one to the right side.
Yeah, she's one that I have been so excited to see, just because this freshman class has the potential to really bolster Florida, especially with the experience of Falby and Wallace at the top of the lineup.
Here's the 2-2. And Brown tags one on a line to right center, but enough range for Drapola to go and get it, and that will retire the side. The 2-2 from Rothrock. And she struck her out. And locked her up for strike 3. Keegan Rothrock is dealing 2 up and 2 strikeouts for number 7. 0-1 is pasted into right field, and that'll drop. Alana Rivera, the veteran shortstop, has a 2-out single.
And then it's going to float that changeup down and away from Drapola.
Strikes out the side. Keegan Rothrock on fire to start off her Sunday. Payoff pitch, and that knocks her on the head, so that one will send her to first base with a hit by pitch. Went to Lakewood Ranch High School, played for her dad, TJ. On the ground, through the right side, and off of the glove of Mallender, goes into right field. Katie Kistler has a red light at third. Avery Gels comes through, 2 in scoring position for the orange and blue. So 8 and 9 do their job and turn it over to Kendra Falby. On the first pitch, bloops it into left center field, that'll drop. Kistler and Gels come in to score. Kendra Falby with a 2 RBI triple.
But Kendra Falby does have that power. She's got that pop. A ball left higher up in the zone, and she's going to allow her barrel angle to stay true to it and drive this into left center. I think the left fielder not quite sure about the speed of that ball, and it's just going to trickle away out to deep left center.
She takes a 4-pitch walk here, and she'll be aboard Florida Southwestern State. And welcome to the game. You get to face Skylar Wallace. Otis takes off. They throw shallow. Rivera threatens Kendra Falby. And the payoff to Wallace is fisted in the air to second. Mallender will come in for it. That is a big first out for USF. Payoff pitch. And Erickson tags one to first. Trival piece snags it out of the air. 3-1 is on the ground to third. They'll go the routine way for the final out of the inning.
And that's really difficult to prepare for.
And Keegan Rothrock has her 4th strikeout. She has struck out 4 of the first 6 she's seen. The 0-2. Line drive to second and out of the glove of Reagan Walsh. Can't recover it in time, and Josie Foreman will reach. And waves through that one. What else for Keegan Rothrock? A strikeout to retire the side. And she left that camp feeling a really good connection to this coaching staff. Brown on a couple of bounds to short. That one gets away from Rivera, and Brown's going to reach. Last year for Florida, first base and in every position in the outfield. Sargent missed that one, and she knew it, so she'll walk. 2 on for Florida with 2 out.
More willing to pick up players that are this natural athleticism and that love playing.
Gets away from Marissa Trival piece, and Falby will be safe at first off the E3. And the payoff is roasted to third and absorbed by Tylee Vaughn, so Sarja works out of a bases-loaded jam. Missed all of last year with an injury. And she'll walk here, so she's reached for the 2nd time today against Rothrock. And she strikes out here. Keegan Rothrock has 6 strikeouts for the Gators. And the 2-strike pitch. A comebacker straight to Rothrock, and it pinballs into left field. Reyna will hold up at second. The Bulls have 2 on with 1 out. On the first pitch, out to Wallace, makes a diving attempt, and the throw is way high. And Reno will come in to score. So because the throw went out, that's going to put Vaughn all the way to second, and South Florida's on the board.
And Wallace trying to get up off of her, off of the ground onto her knees and just not able to get a good grip on that ball.
Rothrock's first toss to Foreman is popped up in the air. This is playable. And Kowalewski's got it for the second out of the inning. That is a big second out. And Walls taps this one to third, and that will retire the side. So a little turbulent for the freshman. It gives up an unearned run in 2 hits, but the Gators still with some cushion, up 3 in Tampa as we go to the 5th. Class. As Kowalewski, a freshman, all the way to short. Backhand pick by Rivera, and the throw gets away. Kowalewski loops back around to first, and will settle next to Francesca Anea. And a multi-hit game against Illinois State, and Brown gets into this one, deep left center field, and it leaves the yard. Ava Brown's first home run as a Florida Gator extends the Orange and Blues lead.
And it is the freshman just getting it done. Rothrock giving up the 1 unearned run, seeing a lot of pitches off of Sarja. This ball just not quite off the plate enough. It had the height, and it allows Ava Brown to lift it deep and far over that left field fence.
Ava Brown goes yard in a ballpark that's as deep as they come. In a perfect game for Olivia Miller as Kistler ropes this one into right, and she's got a single. Right on cue, Florida's got their 7th hit from Katie Kistler. The 2-2 is down and low. Kistler takes off. The throw is not in time. Kistler with the speed going second to third on the stolen base. And she's on the doorstep. The payoff to Otis. That's inside for ball 4, so Otis walks. It's 2 aboard for the Orange and Blue. 3-1. Otis takes off. They throw down to second, and it's dropped. Kistler goes for home, and she'll go in. 7-1 Florida on a USF miscue.
It's something that we talk about, the speed of this game, and I think it just gets away from Alana Rivera. And that's honestly a pretty gutsy play by Kistler there coming home.
And a chopper off of Sarge's glove. Garcia Soto to first, not in time. On the first pitch, a grounder back to the circle, and Sarja will get out of the bases loaded jam.
Across the country, and it really shows, especially going into postseason.
High school, same high school as Avery Kells and Kinsey, who we talked about. And that hits McClellan, is called for the interference, and it'll be the second out of the inning. And 126 at-bats, so 1 out of every 4 she get hit. And Goddard powers one high and deep. You can't forget about it. Another home run from the Gators. This time it's Bailey Goddard. Right on cue, putting the power on display.
And you alluded it to how much strength Goddard has. She also has the experience. She's someone who is such a massive part of this UF culture. She's someone that, knowing that she missed a season with injury, to come back in and keep powering this team ahead. This was a no-doubter. This backdoor curve that Peyton Dixon tried to get in tight to Goddard is just not going to get tight enough, and Goddard is going to let that leave the park. Take some speed off of my pitches to get better movement.
Drapola gets into this one, deep to left, it is gone! Bailey Drapola, a solo shot to get the Bulls out of run rule territory. It is her first home run as a South Florida Bull.
She's not going to wait around. She's actually going to swing at the first pitch. I think Rothrock had been so successful working the drop away, but on this rise ball, Bailey Drapola is going to get all of it and lift it over that deep left field fence and almost hit the batting facility and try to hit a variety of different pitches.
And that one hits Corby Otis. So
fearlessly through the zone, and that's exactly what USF needs right now.
Wallace uppercuts one to left at the wall, and Skylar Wallace has left the building.
Poor cameraman over there fighting for his life. That ball's going to go into the scaffolding and almost hit a very expensive piece of equipment. But Skylar Wallace just doing what Skylar Wallace does so well and capitalizing in hitters' counts.
Second home run of a young year for Skylar Wallace. Tattoos this one all the way to our broadcast crew member in left.
Yeah, and they do say watch out for flying balls. There's signs posted everywhere over the stadium. I don't think that our camera and crew are as aware of that, really capitalizing on who she is as a person and always trying to get better and develop. it is everyone is on the phone making those phone calls.
And that steers inside for ball 4. So 2 aboard for the Gators. McClellan turns on one into right field, and that'll score a run. As Gels ropes it to short, and that'll retire this side. Thursday matchups, Monday matchups, Tuesday matchups. As Nelson goes down, Rothrock has another strikeout. Make it 7 for number 7. And a 2-1 to Wilkes. High chopper back up the middle, past Wallace and into center field. Alex Wilkes has a base knock. She's aboard. Ruling defensive battle. It's really good to see. Wilkes into center, and Falby can't hang on to it. Beavis gets the wave at third. She will come in to score. The longest of RBI singles for Jocelyn Wilkes. As they'll try to build on it. Again, they have Kansas tomorrow. Travel piece on the ground to Wallace. This could do it. And she does. 6-3 for the final out. Florida cruises past the Bulls. 12-3, your final score in Tampa.